Hello, everyday heroes! Get ready to have your tabletop minds blown. Today we're exploring the revolutionary RPG Everyday Heroes, and trust me, you're going to want to strap in. I've got a game-changing mechanic that will take your storytelling to the next level. We'll get to all the armor mechanics you're itching to know about, but first, let's take a look at this interesting bit I found while combing through the core rulebook. This is in Chapter 9, Undertaking Damage. It says, in Everyday Heroes, every hit doesn't necessarily make physical contact, and goes on to say, ultimately, it's up to the GM and the players to use their imaginations and decide exactly what happens when an attack is a hit. This means that not every hit you take actually lands on you, physically, at least. In more traditional RPGs, a successful attack means you got stabbed, slashed, or whacked. But here, a hit might represent being thrown off balance, mentally rattled, concussed, or forced to dive hard to the ground to dodge a barrage of bullets. It shifts the narrative to a more fluid, interpretative space, allowing for a richer storytelling experience. So, you're not necessarily healing physical wounds when you rest to regain hit points, it's more like catching your breath or shaking off the jitters. This mechanic saves your character from needing to go to the emergency room after each battle to get bullets removed. Think of the money you save on medical bills. I bring this up because it factors into armor, and I will explain why in just a moment. But first let's talk defense. Forget what you know about armor class, or AC, from D&D 5e. In Everyday Heroes, we have defense, a metric derived from your hero's primary ability score and a special defense bonus unique to their archetype. Defense functions much like AC, but it's more dynamic and can be influenced by your character's development and chosen path. Now, let's dive deep into the main topic, armor mechanics. Here's everything you need to know about armor. It's your final safety net when you're on the brink of hitting 0 hit points. Until that moment, the game assumes your character is skillfully dodging, blocking, or taking only glancing blows. Remember what we discussed earlier about not every hit being a physical hit? That's why armor only applies now. It's your last line of defense. Your character is exhausted and vulnerable, and the enemy has a clear shot. It's time for your armor to do what it was made for. That brings us to penetration value, PV, and armor value, AV. Imagine them as two sides of the same coin, locked in a constant battle to outdo the other. Penetration value rates an attack's ability to penetrate armor, while armor value gauges armor's resistance to such attacks. So, when you're about to hit 0 hit points and your armor comes into play, you'd compare the AV of your armor against the PV of the incoming attack. If your armor holds up, you get to make what is known as an armor saving throw. Succeed, and you escape unscathed. Fail, and it may be time to roll a new character. So there you have it, folks. Did I manage to answer all your burning questions about how armor works in Everyday Heroes? If not, or if you have additional questions, make sure to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. If you found this video helpful and want to support the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your gaming group or anyone else who might find it useful. Your support goes a long way in helping me produce more content for you. Until next time, keep those dice rolling.